The following program contains strong language, sexual situations, and alcohol abuse. So, if you're easily offended, you may wish to consider listening to anything but Slater's podcast. Viewer discretion advised.
Everything I say is not serious all the time.
Everybody in the studio getting tipsy. Oh my God. Wow. I got a double
That's how
chug.
you know, I know I'm not a man yet. My reaction to Jameson is,
Do you see mine? Mine's still reacting. Oh, wow. Oh, you think I'd get better at this? Honestly, I think I'm getting worse. It's so pathetic.
I like that you've taken your alcoholism to a monetary standpoint. By doing
Yes, you know, I figured.
Podcast. You're like, well, at least I'm going to drink while working. Might as well make a whole thing about it. It's
Yeah.
a theme.
Yeah, I'm like, if I'm
good
going to get
theme.
wasted, it might as well pay me.
You got a theme. That's more than most podcasts have. you know?
Yeah, that's true. And we're in a studio.
Again, not comfy.
Yeah.
This is very uncomfortable.
The more uncomfortable you are during a podcast, the better the conversation is.
100%, because
Yeah.
you gotta keep your mind off the discomfort.
Yeah, exactly. You
important.
got to distract yourself from not being in a bed or being on a couch. Drew and I were just talking about that before we were recording.
I like to see one more person's toes on a podcast.
Yeah, we don't need that.
I'm not on OnlyFans.
I was just going to say, save that for OnlyFans. We don't need that shit here.
I'm here for your stupid opinion about whatever the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah, next is people are going to combine like painting their toes and like doing an activity that's very like lounge to yourself in your home while you're doing a podcast, like cooking. They're going to have a
making
podcast.
candles.
Yeah, making candles.
Fun.
Waxing yourself.
Pouring wax on your chest. And you're
Yeah.
like, what's going on?
Yeah, then it gets into like weird
Yeah, but that's
sexual
fun.
shit.
Yeah, but that's when it becomes fun. Like, I don't know. Did you ever go to a House of X? Not House of Yes, but House of X. It was their sister club. They had in like the East Village area for a little while. Did you ever do
No,
that?
I've never been at
Whoa.
Yes or X.
Well,
That's
you
the
gotta
first
go-
time I've heard of
Yeah,
X.
Yes is dope. Well, it used to be. It was very good a while ago. It's a little crazy now, but you go on Thursdays. The best night to go
To go to House of Yes?
Thursdays.
Really?
Because like not a lot of people are there, and it's like the people who are there are the people who want to like dance and have a fun time, and then Friday, Saturday, Sundays they tend to be people that are like, oh, I'm gonna go out and do stuff and like whatever, and they're the people that bump into you and are like make those clubs like shitty.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
House of Yes is dope. I was just there. Actually, Friday was really good. I went there Friday. Yeah, I was there Friday. No, Thursday. Was it Thursday?
It turned into Friday.
It was.
You've been there for a gosh darn week.
This is the first time I've left it.
Yeah, you're like,
day.
wait, are we still there?
Are we not just still dancing? But no. So House of X was a sister club they had in the village, in the East Village, for a little while under the public hotel.
Okay.
And they had they would just have people like people dance and stuff between like songs and things
Yeah.
like that, and they had people pouring like wax on them and pull out sword swallowers and
this
stuff.
is yeah.
It was very
Okay,
fun.
I was
very
like,
cool.
what made you think of this?
Yeah.
I was waiting for the common thread, but it was the wax.
I just can't.
No, I love that because I haven't heard of it.
Yeah, the wax reminded me of that. I saw some man get poured wax on live. It was awesome.
I was at the wax museum actually. It
was at the
wasn't.
wax, yeah.
It wasn't any
It was
venue.
Thomas Jefferson. Wax Thomas Jefferson poured hot wax on a Mary Magdalene.
They came alive. It was weird. Have you ever seen that horror movie about like the wax museum? Chad Michael Murray was in it. It came out when we were probably
Was it House of
teens.
Wax?
Probably.
Is that the one where Paris Hilton dies in it? 'Cause that's the reason why I watched the whole movie.
Oh my god!
I wanted to watch her die.
She was like, "That's hot."
And
Literally.
then died. That's awesome. It's funny because like if I'm going to a movie for a wax museum, I'm going. There was a Munsters movie, Monsters,
Yeah.
with a U,
Monsters,
based off
yeah.
the TV show. They had a movie where they had wax statues of the monsters like coming to life and robbing people and like terrorizing. So they got in trouble and they had to like prove. I got it off. This is really stupid. I got that DVD off of a like a Cheerios box. They had like Cheerios had
What?
Yeah, Cheerios for like a little while in like the 2000s maybe, I think. Whenever that was. They had like DVDs on the outside. One was the one where Nicolas Cage bets his wife away for a night in
Oh, yeah.
Vegas.
What is that movie
I
called?
don't know, but it's not good.
That's such a Nick Cage movie.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And that's like before he was like he's like recognized. I feel like now we're just watching.
Aircon. Did you ever see that one?
Oh, yes,
oh my
they're fun.
Lord.
You know what's a good movie? And I will stand by this. Gone in 60 Seconds.
Oh, I've never seen it.
Oh, so good.
Yeah.
It's Nicolas Cage
Like,
and one
unlike
of
his
his most
career.
It's like his career
stayed-
stays around for more than 60 seconds.
Yeah, he was
there's so
pretty
many good
good.
people in that movie. Angelina Jolie's in that movie.
What? Hang on.
Yes, it's very good. And
What?
that guy who plays the cop in every, he's a black guy who plays a cop in every movie.
Idris Elba?
No, it's before Idris Elba.
Idris. Yeah, I
He
always
was-
say his name wrong.
He was in that one, but he played the same character essentially.
Gone in 60 Seconds.
It's very good. And then the guys from.
Oh, 2000. All right, so we're
Yeah.
going back. We're going
Oh
back.
yeah, but I believe it's a
Angelina
remake, too.
Jolie. Oh, Giovanni Ribisi. Oh, he's the guy who's in Ted, like dancing all creepy to himself. That's funny. That's the only thing I know him for.
The
Vinny
dad
Jones?
from Kicking and Screaming is in it,
Oh yeah. Okay.
which is
wow.
also a weird movie to like. I feel like he's a bigger actor than that. But
Yeah.
that's
yeah.
what I know him
Yeah,
from.
same.
Also underrated. That's an
That's-
underrated Will Ferrell movie. I love Kicking and Screaming.
Oh my God, me too. Will Ferrell, I don't care what he's doing. I will watch it. And
I watch, like
laugh.
on Facebook every once in a while they have that stupid thing. They're like, "What's a comedian? Do you don't find funny?" And then it's like everyone's like, it's just Will Ferrell the whole time, and I'm like, "Are you out of your mind?
Will Ferrell is the fucking tit.
How do you watch him and not giggle a little bit? Like,
yeah, just
feel
him
bad-
like on screen. I'm like,
like take a pill and feel better. You know,
Yeah.
like you're broken in a way that I don't understand.
you can't hate on Will Ferrell, dude. If you're hating on Will Ferrell, then I'm hating on you. I don't give a fuck. That's a red flag.
Stupid. 100%.
That's so weird.
I don't use the word the ick often, but that's my ick.
That's my ick. I hate it.
My second ick is people who use the word ick a lot.
Yeah.
Like, have you seen the ick? Did he give you the ick?
I feel like it's starting to go away, though. I haven't heard it as much lately, thank God, because it's not the ick gives me the ick.
Ugh, it's the worst.
Saying it,
Yeah.
I hate it.
It's I guess like that's the point of the word, right? It's like the word moist. Like it just hits people weird.
Instead of the ick, people are just like, he gives me the moist. I'd be like, well, actually, that's probably a good thing.
That sounds good, actually. I remember I was like, I don't know where I was. This comic was just talking about. He's like, all the women I ever see, their pussies are always dry. I don't get it. I'm like,
Oh my! It sounds like a him problem.
That's what I said. I said, I'm pretty sure this is a you problem.
He's like, every girl I meet is the
I don't
Sahara
underst-
Desert.
I don't understand how women aren't attracted to me. I'm like,
Yeah.
I get it. I've
That's
seen it.
their problem.
Maybe this attitude is what it is. You know, like maybe
just
listen.
makes them fucking
Yeah.
go back in. That's fucking great. Oh my God. Anytime I think of a desert,
You're gonna think of that guy.
this is, I just in my head right now, it popped in was just Breaking Bad, and I don't know why.
Ooh,
yeah,
that's a
it's
good
so,
series.
isn't that so weird?
Yeah.
I don't know, like
It's funny how like
word association in my brain.
that's just what anything is, right? It's
Yeah.
like anytime like isn't it weird how like certain things just like trigger you to do like anytime I see a compass rose I think of the movie of Hook
Oh yeah, well that makes sense.
because he goes over it and I actually can't watch that. So I watched the first time I watched that movie. I watched it a lot as a kid when VHS tapes were still around.
Oh,
And
love those VHS.
so our
tapes.
VHS tape version of Hook is actually dubbed from a TV show, like a TV viewing of the movie Hook. What? So we have when I was watching as a kid, I always watched it. Howie Mandel had a show at the time, and he kept coming up. He has hair; it's freaky. It freaks me
Oh,
out.
dude, when
But-
bald people, I've only known bald, and I see them in hair. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, you're like, what's
I'm like,
going
take
on?
it off. They honestly look better bald, but maybe it's
sure.
because I'm being bald biased because
also-
I saw them bald first.
First, it's kind of like seeing Spaceballs before you see Star Wars. You're like, this is just not funny. You know?
Yeah, wow, that's right. Okay, good theory.
But it's was it but no, yeah. So it's funny because I watch it the DVD every once in a while now,
Mm-hmm.
and there's so when he goes over the compass rose, like when he first becomes Pan and he's flying,
Yeah.
that point I've watched so much that the VHS part would like fizzle out. And every time I watch the DVD,
You jerked off too much to that one part.
Exactly. I paused it there. I was like, he's in tights.
Holy shit, this is a great shot of his ass.
Yeah, there's so many good moments of Tinkerbell in that movie.
How old
too.
is he supposed to be? I know he's a kid forever, but he's got to be at least 50.
Well, no, in that movie, he's old enough now.
He's old enough.
He's a lawyer. He makes a good amount of money. He's flying first class to London.
He's
on
literally
Christmas.
flying first class.
I'm just saying, but it's funny because I watch the movie now and that part always happens. It always like fizzles out and goes back, and I always get freaked out a little bit that it doesn't happen.
Oh
now,
yeah, because you were
so
so
I'm
used to that.
it. Yeah, again, it's the same thing as
then
like
you
being
have
used,
fucking Peter Pan syndrome.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of Peter Pan syndrome. Yeah.
Oh my god, I remember like watching a lot of movies as a kid on VHS, and I specifically remember watching Titanic because it was like that two VHS, two tape situation, which was crazy because they totally fucked you up and like cut it at the most crucial part. It was like the ship just hit the iceberg, and they're like, "Please switch tapes." I'm like, "What the fuck?" I couldn't get it in there faster.
It's funny because it almost feels like a cliffhanger, like you weren't gonna watch the second one.
Yeah, and I was like, "That's it." That's how it ends.
Because there was only a handful of those movies that had the dual VHS. Titanic was one. I watched the BBC version of Chronicles of Narnia. Was that way?
Pass that chronic. What? Cause of Narnia.
Shit, it's hard. That BBC one is fun.
Yeah.
It's super low budget. The beavers in it are just people in these oval costumes, and they're just like have their hands up, and they're just like every once in a while they're just sniffing in the air. And like,
oh god,
oh, it's so funny. And then Lucy is like, she's supposed to be younger, but she looks older than all of them. Has maybe the most biggest overbite I've ever seen on a person.
Oh my
and
lord!
She's like, Aslan, what's that? And they're just like, shut up, Lucy. Like it's so funny.
You should be playing a beaver right
There's
now.
so many there's these great animated ghosts and stuff. It's great.
Yeah,
I highly recommend it.
Yeah,
but yeah, that was Duel. And yeah, I guess Lord of the Rings was that way too.
Yeah, I feel like Lord of the Rings was such a staple for me growing up. Like my dad would always bring me and my sisters there to prove that he loved us, and then we would go.
I love you so much. I watched this movie.
They only came out every few years because they took so long to make. So like that's when we got to see him, and.
His visitation rights were based around Lord of the Rings. He's like, the Hobbit's coming now? They got it 3 movies. I finally can hang out with my daughter.
Dad, I'm 16. I'm not attracted to these hobbits. Please leave me alone.
Stop showing me their hairy feet.
Oh my god, yeah.
You get it? There's forced perspective in this. It's magical.
I don't want to go on hikes with you. This isn't gonna help.
Stop asking me to walk around. I will say.
Why do you want me to take my shoes off all the time?
Is there a movie that you'll always watch based on if you see something? If something happens in your life, is there a movie that like you notice that if something happens, you just start having that like need to watch a movie?
Yes, but I can't think of a specific example right now. I can think of like a preliminary example, like when I was trying to break up with my boyfriend, I watched How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Don't they get together at the end of that?
Yeah.
So it's not really.
And I was like, this was not correctly advertised.
That's
and then I was like,
funny.
so I guess I have to get.
So you were
back
watching
with
movies
him.
for helpful tips.
I was trying to prep. Yeah, I don't know why I was
I feel like you should have watched my like something like Intervention or something.
Yeah,
Or something.
yeah, I should have,
That's
or
funny.
just like I don't know, some like horror movie or something. But sometimes, yeah, I guess I could. I don't know. Like if I was riding the ferry, would I look at the water and be like, "Oh, I should watch Titanic again"? Like what do you?
I will say every time I watch the movie Clerks 2, it makes me watch Lord of the Rings because there's maybe the greatest Lord of the Rings joke of all time in that movie.
Oh, I get what you're saying now.
So there's a point where like Randall is talking about how Lord of the Rings is stupid.
Yeah.
And it's he goes, it's just people walking. And he does like the thing. He's like, the first movie is just him walk. He's like, this is the first movie. It's just him walking across the way. And he's like, this is the second movie. And he gets like out of the way. And he's like, oh, whatever. And then the third movie, he just drops the ring. And he's like, he goes, even the fucking trees walked in that movie. And I'm like, that's pretty funny. And it makes me want to watch Lord of the Rings. I watch it. I watch a lot of stuff like that.
It's so good. I love Clerks. And it's so true because it is basically that. And a lot of people give me shit for liking Lord of the Rings, but I fucking love Lord of the Rings. I think it's a great story, and whoever doesn't like it can eat my dick because it is not
in the fun way.
It's like corn on the cob and it's stuck in your teeth. That's how I want you to do it.
And you're crying for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of way,
like you feel like Gollum inside.
I will say this is like I love watching things make fun of the things that I love.
Mm-hmm.
Like if there's a joke about something I love and it's someone hating on it, I will be, and it's a good joke. I'm like, that's really
you gotta
funny.
accept it.
Well, that's why like satire is so good. Like there's so many satires of like Star Wars and like Lord of the Rings and all those kind of things.
Yeah, Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah, they're just fun. They're just fun, and you're like, listen, this is someone who likes this, but also could be like, that's pretty funny.
Yeah,
this is
I
weird.
respect it. I respect it. But people that just hate for the sake of hating, I'm like, dude, no.
I don't like. Listen, I'll
give me an example.
There's definitely stuff I hate. There's stuff I hate and I don't like.
That's widely liked by others?
Twilight.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like it.
Okay, it was definitely, neither does our fucking shot clock, apparently.
Also, what a great moment to take a shot.
I know, yo,
I'm not about Twilight.
I'm not even kidding, dude. This thing goes off at like the most pivotal points in conversation, like
it's
every
like
time.
Titanic. It's like the dual disc.
Yeah, like, please switch the tape. But it's
it'd be fun if you had a graphic that just like, please switch the tape.
Yeah, honestly, I might. I'm getting like weird with my edits this season of Shotcast. I know everybody gets mad at me that
this is Shotcast.
It's the summer Shotcast. Isn't it fucked up that like all of the I don't know, shows or whatever about sharks and movies and like that have sharks and stuff like that always air in the summer?
Yeah.
Like, why are they doing that? Are they trying to scare people?
I guess so, but they're already...
then people don't go swimming in the ocean, which I actually think is good because then it's not as crowded.
Maybe it's good. Maybe it just keeps those people away.
Yeah, they're purposely doing it.
Yeah,
they're like, you want to go to Cape Cod this summer? Fuck you, there's sharks.
I'm going to take the shot. I'm going to tell you a story real quick of my friend who just messaged me, and he goes, have you seen Jaws? Like... This was like yesterday.
Oh my God. Well, before we take the shot, I just have not even introduced you.
Oh, hey.
Hey, we're like over 20 minutes in, but you want to know who I'm talking about or what?
Everyone's like, we don't even care.
Yeah, they're like, we're just in it.
Listen, we had a great conversation. I don't even care.
We're into the film and TV.
I don't even care that no one knows me, all right?
No, suck it. All right, so this is Nancy Pelosi, everybody.
Hello, how's it going?
Yeah, she sounds
Democrat.
a little deeper after her surgery, her tit reduction. So I'm actually talking to...
Thank you for noticing.
Comic friend, good guy, Drew BEEKLER.
Hello.
Yeah, he's a good guy. And you know what he said to drink? Something that no one on this podcast has ever dared to ask to bring. Jameson.
That's right.
And I don't know if you're having deja vu, but I am having Jameson, and that is triple distilled. Wow,
Distilled.
It's clearly working.
Well, yeah.
I only had oatmeal.
It's gonna be triple distilled.
I had oatmeal and a clementine before this. What the fuck is that kind of move?
So that's where you are in your life, huh?
Yeah, I need to go grocery shopping.
That's fair, but you gotta save up, you know. Like it's a tough sell, you know.
I'm broke, and I'm only getting broker because that fun employment has some consequences.
No money.
Yeah. Ugh.
Everybody, man.
Everybody in the club getting nauseous. Whew.
I've never started my night with shots.
What? I'm so mad at this. I don't know why I did this to myself. I'm like, let's do a whole thing where I have to do this every week. Fucking stupid.
It's a weekly podcast, by the way.
And it's like on a Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Tuesday. Never on Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
No.
Never on the days that you would normally drink.
Yeah, exactly.
So the people I've out I know are just as degenerate as me, which is nice.
It's cool to know. Also,
half the people on this don't have jobs. Oh, it's great. I'm giving people work.
To be honest, this is something to do. I like it. I like having something to do.
You're like, it's nice to drink with someone.
Exactly. It's like besides just by myself, my dog judging me in the corner, like just hanging out there.
Watching Jaws.
Oh my god! Oh yeah. So my friend.
You like
so
that?
I got out. Yeah, that's a.
I got
listen,
you.
She is the queen.
I'm
Queen of
doing-
segues.
I'm doing the best I can.
The queen. Yes, queen. Anyway. So my friends and I went and saw Deadpool Wolverine.
I saw it 3 times because I'm a loser.
No. This is my second. That was my second time seeing it.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's so good. And I know you probably exhaustively
crying.
talked about it on your other famous podcast.
Squeeze me.
No,
That's right in your ears. I'm so sorry.
No, listen, that's where I want it. That's I paid for more. You know?
I want live burps in my ears.
Yeah, listen, I know someone who does that. Does it with fan burps?
What?
Yeah, it's a thing.
No.
Yeah.
We have talked about this, haven't we, Rick?
It's
Only
real.
burps.
I've heard.
And I was gonna do it.
I've heard the burping fetish community very nice. That's what I've heard.
What?
That's what I've heard. That's all I've heard. My friend said she paid her rent that way. Not naked. She was just like she's like woman burps on bike, and then it's just a bike.
How
like,
good are her burps?
They're pretty good.
No. How good? On a scale of 1 to 10. You've heard my burps, but not really full throttle.
Not full throttle.
You've heard the babies.
Yeah, they were good for baby ones.
Okay.
I'm not even
Well,
a fan of babies,
imagine
you know?
the parents,
Yeah.
imagine the grandparents, and then them on steroids, because
and then
that's
the mushu that comes back and helps you fulfill the rest of it. You know?
exactly.
Exactly.
So-
I would say they're pretty good. They're like 8. Not the deepest.
What do the videos look like? Or is it just sound and a black
No,
screen?
it's a video of like she's on a bike, fully clothed, going burp, and that's it.
And she has an OnlyFans and she pays her rent this way?
She said she paid her rent.
I've been doing this shit for free for years.
See.
Oh my God.
Get
Oh my
into it.
God.
There's a burping community.
No way. You know what? It's
There's
funny.
like fetishes are like everywhere now.
I always say there is an audience for everything. There's a market for everything, no matter how weird, crazy, whatever, like left field it is. There are people who want it. There's billions of people in this world, and we're all connected by the internet. So you're
100%.
telling me not one person, let alone hundreds in a little group, is gonna pay for something? They're gonna.
Yeah, for
I'm
sure.
doing it. Fuck it. I'm gonna
honestly,
take feet pics.
I-
I'm gonna do burp vids. And you guys are going to see me at the Oscars.
Hey.
I don't know why the Oscars.
If you go to the Oscars, you need to invite me so I can sit there and be like, I knew her
I'd be
when.
like, and thank you, Drew, for letting me know this is possible.
But it'll be 20 minutes into your speech that you'll introduce me.
Yeah. Wow. Good callback. Holy shit. So Jaws.
Jaws. Okay.
We're never going to get to the shark.
I also love that your segues are becoming more and more just like blunt. You're like, okay, Jaws.
So
Talk
anyway.
about Jaws.
So
I'm walking out of Deadpool Wolverine with a
do
couple
sharks
of
burp.
I hope so. That would make them delightful. Like that's less of an
They just come up out of the water and go back in.
but they do the Jaws themes like
That's how Spielberg. I'm not well. Can I finish the rest? I think
She's
so.
barely started
That
drinking.
oatmeal
I
is
just
not coating my belly the way I anticipated.
No coats, no bells.
Oh my God.
Okay,
All right.
Jaws.
Yes. Shark Tank.
We walk out of, and then my friend just goes, "Have you ever hear of a movie called Jaws?" And I'm like, "Oh, you mean one of the most famous movies of all time? Like that? Is that what I haven't heard?"
Spielberg's virginity.
Yeah. Like the one where like he doesn't show the shark and realizes that hiding things is scarier than other like. Yes, I've seen them. But I told him. I said no, I have not. What's it about? And then he
Stop.
because I wanted
Genius response.
Let me just.
Drew.
I want to say.
Yeah, I want verbatim. We got text.
This is what he said to me.
Oh my God!
Because I honestly
this motherfucker.
So this guy, it's really funny.
This guy.
This guy. So there's a bit of background. He's a friend from college.
Okay.
He has a lot of health issues. He's kind of stuck at home.
He's a shark attack victim.
And he's a little Pakistani man. He's very
Pakistani man.
and he's very mean a lot of the times. But
really?
oh yeah, but he's like, you think that he had health problems, he'd be nice, but he's not.
Wow.
But I will say this: we hung out in college, and he didn't really. I don't think he had a lot of people on his side a lot of the time.
Okay,
and
so
we kind
little
of just
defense
we joked around a lot, and he felt part of it stuff, and that's why I still hang out with him. I think he's great. He's a cool guy. I will say he's kind of a dick sometimes for sure. But
He owns a pet shark that might attack me if I say bad things.
Yeah. So this is I got. Have you ever seen Jaws? And I said, no. Is it new? I thought that was a better response than that. And then he's
good.
like, oh, I didn't read this part. He got seen it on demand. It sucked. I did not see that part.
Not a fan of this
Jaws.
50-year-old movie.
Yeah, I watched a movie a long time ago. It's stupid. I don't get it. It's not realistic.
No one knows about it. It only got 20% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, so I said, what's Jaws about? And then, just honestly, very good response. He said, a shark attacks a beach on 4th of July weekend. That was it.
That is the synopsis.
That is a pretty good. And I said, is the shark big? And I'm like, do they need like a bigger
baby shark?
Exactly. Is that a baby shark? Because I understand that's annoying. And then I responded after I said big shark. I said, do you think they'll need a bigger boat than they have?
Oh my Lord!
And
then
fun.
did he
and
know
then
that
he goes, "Oh, I see what you did there." I'm like, "Of course I've seen this movie."
Yeah. What? Does he like live under a rock? What's his fucking religion? Is he not allowed to watch things?
No, he is, but he's just like
he's like I was Amish until last year. I found Jaws on Rumspringa.
Yeah, no. He's just like I don't know. He's just like he's I think he's just at home a lot by himself, so
because he fucking alienated everybody.
Well, no. It's because he has health issues. He's stuck there, and he's like stuck at home a lot. So he doesn't have a lot going.
Yeah. I feel like a bitch.
Yeah. It's funny. You were saying the whole
I
thing.
I was
like, you were saying all this stuff, and I was like, listen, I'm gonna explain it, and you're gonna feel really bad. Like, but keep talking.
You fucking dumb cunt.
But also, like, it's fun because like we joked around a lot about stuff because he's like. He told me that at one point that I look like the poster child for why abortion should be legal. And I said, at least I'm not full of tumors. And that's how we joked.
Droomers.
Oh.
Evil.
To be honest, that'd be a fun to give a little Drew like tumor keychains that say Droomers on it? That'd be pretty fun.
Droomers.
That's a merch opportunity.
We could collab with Fleetwood Mac for rumors.
And they can all they all can go to cancer research.
Yeah. Yeah, Droomers could be Droomers for tumors or Droomers for rumors. Either way.
Ooh.
Rumors about tumors, because that's what we kind of just did.
To be honest, that sounds like a podcast. Droomers for rumors. Rumors for Droomers.
Rumors for Droomers. And there's a little bit about tumors.
Yeah, it's just me talking about the rumors I've heard about my friends that no one knows.
And then the Lumineers are the band signed to it, but they call them Loomers for short. The Loomers? Lemurs?
Lemurs?
Tumors.
Are we talking about Avatar Last Airbender?
Doomers. Yeah,
Lemurs?
Flying lemurs? Oh my Lord. Wow, we're on topic.
Hey, fuck yeah.
All right, that's all you got to say about the Jaws thing, right? I have to go back again.
Yeah, no, don't mention the Jaws again. That's all I had.
Did you guys know Jaws had a tumor, actually?
The fourth one is just him going, I have cancer.
Why is everyone trying to kill me? I'm
just trying to find radiation treatment.
I was coming short to get to the doctors that I needed. I'm trying to find
St. Jude's Children's Hospital. My child has childhood leukemia. And I need to save it. But everyone keeps shooting me with their spear guns and coming with their boats.
I was just looking for some chemo, and your water was so polluted that I thought this was the area I could get treatment.
I don't know what's going on. Is this chemotherapy?
I'm just going to eat everything you're shooting at me because I think it's medicine.
Yeah, I found a big thing of nitrous oxide that you just shoot, apparently explodes or whatever.
Do you think if I get whippets, it'll cure my shark cancer?
It cures it, but only for like 10 seconds. What was the first time you ever do whippets? You ever do it? You ever hopper?
Have I ever done whippets? I literally just did them the other night.
Ooh.
I only buy them when I'm like hammered, and then I just do them when I'm like home alone in bed.
To be honest, the only time I've ever seen the only time I've seen poppers in life and had some was at like 4 a.m. at like or 4:30 like an after hours thing.
I honestly
and New Orleans.
Yeah, of course.
New Orleans is everywhere.
Yeah, big gay city, that's for sure. But I they love the sex, especially anal. But I discovered not against the big A, all right.
Ooh. But more about Slater.
Abstinence.
How great would, honestly, that would be an amazing way for abstinence people to start advertising abstinence. Have you tried the Big A? And everyone's like, anal?
Someone
like,
bending over and then they
everyone's
just turn a page.
Everyone's like, you godless freaks. No. Stop going to House of Yes.
Stand up straight. You posture. If you're hunched over, you're gay. That's how they start the rumors. The Dreamers.
The Dreamers. That's rumors.
I didn't know.
Did I start?
Yeah, exactly. Dreamers. You should do something with that. That'd be fun.
A podcast where I just start rumors.
Yeah.
About
oh
things.
my God. Or
That'd
you
be
like
fun.
you say a thing and you have to say if it's like fact or fiction, or like you could start a rumor.
I already have a good idea for the jingle. Coming up with new things that are not real. Dreamers.
Dreamers. You could do it to that Shooter song with Robin Thicke and Lil Wayne, like way back in the day.
Yeah.
Remember that?
I like it. Honestly, I've tried to start 2 podcasts, right?
Yeah.
Drew Wanna Know, which had the theme song, and I've only had the name and the theme song. This is the only thing I've had.
I like
to
that.
start.
You're a jingle guy.
Well, the Drew Wanna Know is Alanis Morissette's "You Oughta Know," but Drew wanna
Wanna
know.
know.
And then the Itty Bitty Show where I had a
Yeah,
little
you
bit-
had me on. That
yeah,
was fun.
that's a good one. It was like
Yeah.
Itty Bitty.
Why'd you stop it?
I realized I'm not good at interviewing people.
Really?
I don't know. I also feel like I was like sitting there. I'm like, what am I doing different than other people?
Well, it was also COVID, and like everyone was like just off their social
Yeah,
base.
I didn't know what to do,
like-
and that's all the only thing I knew how to do.
But that's such a great idea because it's way less work because it's so short.
oh yeah, that's
And you could just like boom, boom, boom.
But that was also, I think that came across as I didn't want to do it.
No,
Like, 'cause
that's
I was like- I was
genius.
like,
What an ominous time. I think it's great because it was like I was like, I wish I came up with that because it's like you're working smarter, not harder.
Yeah, I
Because
also
everyone's putting out hour podcasts
Yeah,
that take forever to edit and
to,
like.
to be honest, I will say that I feel
thought that was genius.
I feel like I think there's merit to. I think combining the ideas, making maybe a Drew Wanna Know only 15 minutes. I think that would be the way to go.
Okay, yeah.
But I have to figure out what I feel like I need to come up with more of a structure to it.
Well,
you know?
then do the fucking Dreamers thing.
Yeah. Ooh, that could be a section.
Yeah,
'Cause,
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
So I thought of because it was Drew Wanna Know, but I also thought of a segment called Drew Should Have Known.
Oh.
And of things that I just learned.
Yeah.
And then I could do a Dreamers one where I come up with things. I'm trying to come up with. I think coming up with little segments is the way to go.
That is a great, yeah, because then there's structure, unlike this podcast, and then because like I was
is
like,
very
dude,
fun.
people are getting drunk. There's no way I could like stick to a script. They're
Yeah.
gonna like get off base and whatever. But I had, I think it's really good to do segments like that, kind of like the weekend update or anything like that,
Yeah,
where it's kind of just
it's
like
something that is
you're
like
riffing, but there's a little bit of topic
structure, and it's like
and
you
it's
can kind
short.
of and it's like it's just gearing to like I think it'd be fun to do a Dreamers thing where you're like you come up with a rumor that you want to start to spread,
Yeah.
and then we could start spreading it.
Yeah, yeah. And then next week you could even do an update on that last rumor and be like,
Anyway.
hey, so a lot of people Googled
So
this apparently.
in 3 weeks,
Plug your shit whenever you want, by the
Expect
way.
our first show. It's gonna be Slater's gonna be the guest. We're gonna do the
Oh,
first one.
fuck yeah.
If I do this, you're gonna be the first guest. And we're gonna
Okay,
start
yeah,
over.
you have to. And I'm gonna start a
Yeah.
sick ass rumor, dude. Also, fucking what the fuck is on Google? What is that? It must be Olympic related. What is this penguin doing on this
On a
bird?
turkey?
Yeah, hang
looks
on.
like a
I gotta
gargoyle.
press it. Sport climbing.
I didn't
Olympics.
know this. Do you know that gargoyles were made to push water out of stuff? It wasn't necessarily to scare people.
Yeah,
It was a way
because it
to hide-
comes out of their
was-
mouth,
It was,
right?
it was a way to hide drains.
Yeah, to make them look pretty.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
only knew that because I studied art history.
Well, I started art history too, but they didn't talk about that shit.
You're like,
learned
I
that-
just found this that
I learned that
last
in
week,
Portugal.
motherfucker.
The only thing I learned in Portugal, other than the Portuguese think that the entire world
Portugal's
owes
the
them.
tits.
Oh, it's cool.
And now everybody
Getting married there.
is going there, and
I'm
yeah,
getting married there. In,
you're getting
next-
married there.
outside of Lisbon.
Because I feel like I talked to you before you had gone there, right? Or
Yeah.
no?
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, you're gonna love it.
It's killer. Yeah, no, it's killer. And I went to a.
And now
I
you're
went
like,
to-
I love it so much, I'm gonna do everything
did,
there.
Did I tell you that I went to a Michelin star like tasting menu when I was there? Like one of the ladies who won Top Chef France. It was her restaurant.
Okay.
And
we didn't take this.
Oh shit, we gotta do this.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Michelin France restaurant. Boom. Where were you on that one, Rick? Yeah, no shots, no
Come on, Rick.
no support from Lil Jon.
What's going on, Rick?
What the hell?
Rick!
Rick!
This is not sick, Rick!
Oh, jeez, Rick.
Yeah, but this lady, like, there was a review online of this Michelin. It was a Michelin star place.
Michelin star. That
was
whole
great.
thing trips me out because you know it was tires.
Yeah, you know why? The
Yes,
tires? 'Cause
I do too.
Yeah,
I hate when someone knows what I know. It's not fun, but they don't know, so tell them. Tell them,
They
Drew.
should just know.
Tell them about the Michelin
Well,
tire
so
relation.
the reason the Michelin star thing came, I'm going to mansplain.
Tell
real
Rick, he
quick.
doesn't know.
Rick, listen up, Rick. Because you missed the shots thing, I'm now going to mansplain Michelin star restaurants
That's
too.
right. Listen up. Turn those headphones
so
up.
that it was initially put up there so that when people would drive to different restaurants and use the tires, and then the tires would get the thing, and then Michelin would buy more tires. It was a tire sales thing.
Get tired of tires. That's basically what happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, that's a good one. You could have sold that. Sell this clip.
That was literally
You clip this
a
up.
teenager.
That was a teenager?
Yeah.
I did hear all the angst. in it.
Yeah.
Yes, it was
Yeah.
good.
That was like, let me go, Dad. I don't want to see Lord of the Rings.
Let me put eyeliner on and talk about my feelings, Dad. I gotta go up top and get those big old pants.
I'm going to lock myself in my room and play chat roulette. Did you ever do that?
No, I've never played chat roulette. What's
What?
That? What's that?
Oh my gosh.
What is chat roulette?
Drew,
Is that the play?
Drew.
Is it bad? It's a bad thing. Right?
Drew ought to know.
I should have known.
Yeah.
I should have known. I should know this.
So it was, we're the same age, right? I'm 32. How old are you?
I'm 37.
Are you really?
Yeah, I know. I look pretty nice for my age.
Yeah, no, you do. You
Thank
do
so
look
much.
way younger.
I really
Wow.
needed that compliment.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. You're not receding. Good for you.
No, I take a lot of pills.
Yeah. I just put a bunch of fucking fertilizer up here.
Someone told me I looked like Brent Birnbaum a couple of years ago, and I had to start taking pills.
You're like,
to
and then I
undo
found
that.
God because he's Jewish.
No, the Brent Birnbaum. We talk about this a lot. Brent Birnbaum is literally me if I was Jewish.
Oh my
I'm
God,
not
really?
Jewish. Yeah,
That's so
we talk about
funny.
like because people me and him get not confused, but people are like, oh, you're like the same person.
No fucking way.
And then also,
I don't think that at all.
I know it's weird, but
I know you
but no,
both kind of. Yeah.
yeah. It's funny.
It's funny.
I get it.
We'll leave it at that.
I get it. We're both white, and we kind of giggle the same. you know?
WWJD. What the fuck was I just saying before that?
We were talking chat.
Chat roulette.
Yeah, what is
Yes. Okay. Wow. You really don't know, Rick? Do you know chat roulette?
Rick.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah. Well, you
Rick's
guys
the-
are
Rick's-
fucking.
Rick's a good guy. Whoa! Rick was on that one.
Yeah. There we go. He's back. He's
Rick.
back. It's all right. The roofalin finally subsided. It was basically just this. It was like a Zoom setup, right? So it's video chatting, but you could just go next, like you're swiping on an app.
Okay.
But it was like people live on webcams all over the world. So it's literally chat roulette. Like you're just like clicking
So-
next and like seeing it, but then
I feel like that's a breeding ground for just
people
dicks.
jerking off.
Yeah.
And I'm
Is
like
that-
literally
is-
13
did
years
that
old.
happen
Like,
all the
what
time?
the fuck is that? Yeah.
And then you're like,
And I was
one
like,
day
this
I'm
is
gonna
how
make
I'm
it there.
learning. It wasn't sex ed. It was just fucking the internet, dude.
that's fair.
Yeah. Chat roulette,
learn a lot.
honestly, it taught me everything I need to know about
Okay,
the
real
world.
quick. Chat. I have a question. Chat
Okay.
roulette.
Caller
chat
number
roulette.
one.
Caller number one. Okay. Hey, Drew. First time caller.
Hey,
Long time
Drew.
listener. Where was the first dick you saw ever?
Where? What part of the world?
Like not in person or like just saw just an image.
First dick I ever saw.
Was it chat
Oh,
roulette?
this is gonna sound so bad.
Was it church?
No, it was my dad.
It was your dad? Okay.
It's because I was like 5 years old. And so it was one of my first memories, a core memory for any
Ooh.
Inside Out fans. And I remember walking up the stairs, and he had just been coming out of the bathroom, out of a shower.
He was coming out of the bathroom? Just
Yeah,
everywhere.
out of a shower, and
Okay.
like he was like the door was open, and he was putting the towel around, and I just happened to be coming up the stairs and going around the corner, and there was just all this steam coming out of the bathroom, and then he's like
super
silhouette, and then just his dong. and then the towel
Good dong, bad
slowly
dong.
going over it. It was a good one. I understand why my mom kept going back
that's
after
good.
the divorce.
Hey, that's
yeah,
good. That's
it made
good.
sense.
Hey, listen.
Yeah, they had crazy things
That's good.
happening. I also found like a bunch of their Polaroids from the 80s.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Isn't it fun when you find your parents'
Yeah,
porn
and I was
stuff?
like, you wonder why I'm fucked up. I'm like, you two made me. You two.
You too, and we have pictures of the proof, and it doesn't
Yeah.
look satisfying at all.
Yeah, and then I saw the pictures, and then my mom walked in, and she was like, "What are you doing?" And like took them away from me, and I was like, "The damage is done."
Yeah, it's already done.
And then by
Too
that
late.
time I was 7, so I was like, already I got
Now you're
dad
making
dick
memories.
in the face, I got mom pics and tits in the face.
That's fun.
Yeah, so by the time I was double digits, I was like, all right, I guess I'll
Hey.
grow up to be a stripper. I don't
Hey,
know
listen,
what to do.
I wish I could do a strip.
Yeah.
I just can't do that pole stuff.
You know what's crazy though? You know
I
the
get
poles.
I get one twirl, and I think I'm pretty good.
You know the poles like move, right?
What?
Yeah, they spin. They're
Do
not
they?
like a stationary pole. Like it spins.
Well, that
Yeah.
explains.
Don't ask me how I know.
I went. I will ask, as you know. Every time that I'm at a dance club that has a pole, I will try and do a twirl
Yeah.
because it's fun.
Yeah,
It
no,
looks
it's a good
fun.
time.
They don't. They don't
I
move.
mean,
I'm twirling on my own.
Why'd you think you put that? They
I put the
them
work
on.
in.
They
I
put
don't know
them,
what these strippers are doing, but I'm putting the work in. You know.
They put them on playgrounds. You know, remember those? And you'd slide down. You're like, I'm a firefighter. That was really them trying to encourage strippers.
That would explain why I
Yeah.
kept getting dollar bills when I was younger at the playground.
Yeah, you just land it perfectly, and you're like, "Why are you throwing money at me?
Why is there glitter here now? Like,
Why-
why is everyone trying to touch my tits?
Why do I feel like this is degrading for some reason?
Why do you have the lust look in your eyes? I don't
Why
even know
is the principal getting nervous?
why is the principal here?
Why
after,
are we
after
switching
hours?
schools? Why is it nighttime?
You ever get to a strip club early? I went to a strip club early by accident once.
That's why they don't have windows, dude.
It was in. It was in Miami.
They're like, you don't know what time it is.
I went to I was in Miami. I went to 11 with my fiance, and we thought it was a dance club. We had no idea it was a strip club.
Why? What was it named? Cabbage Patch?
It was called 11. It was called 11. And we went
Not
there
7-Eleven.
No, we went there at 10, which is weird.
You should've went at 11.
That makes sense, right?
Dumbass.
I paid an absorbent amount of money to come in, and she was like, and they like let her in for free. I was like, that should have been a red flag. And then we get there, and we're walking in, and I'm like, we thought it was a dance club, like a dance like party, right? And there's just poles from there with tables with seats around. I'm like, this is a strip club for sure. And she goes, no, it's definitely a dance club. And I said, no, it's definitely a strip club. And we were
She's
there.
like, that's just decorative.
we were there before the strippers, and then some guy came in early too, and he came in and just sat down on one of the tables, just kind of patiently waited for the strippers. I was like, that guy.
He's like, you guys new
that's not
here?
good. Yeah, he's like, I'm waiting for the strippers to come in. I want to make sure I got a good spot.
Stop.
I was like,
That's like someone going to fucking the Golden Corral and being like, just want to get my plate first, want to make sure all the food's still hot. You're like,
100%.
this is, that's what they do. You're not
Yeah,
missing
you're
out
not-
no matter what time of day you come. You're going to get what you ordered, sir.
so much fun. I got and like that strip club was one of the craziest strip clubs because I saw more touching there than I've seen ever.
Wow.
And I was like,
okay, so
well,
break it down to me. Remember good touch, bad touch? You ever do that?
Oh,
as
it
a
was
kid?
all bad touch. There was
naughty touch.
There was very little good touch. I just watched people touch people, and I was like, I'm pretty sure the only rule I know about strip clubs is that you don't
That
touch
you
anybody.
can't touch.
Yeah, you don't touch.
It's like a museum.
Yeah.
They're like, do not touch.
wait.
And I'm like,
Hang on, let's just walk back. Say that word again. What was it?
museum?
Museum.
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 Yeah.
Rick, is that how you say
why?
museum? Because I'm pretty sure that's not how you
How
say
do you
museum.
say museum?
Museum. Museum.
You say museum?
Museum. Rick, how do you say it?
That's illegal.
I think Slater's wrong on this, and
I'm
it's
gonna
throwing
call
me
the
off.
cops. Museum.
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 I'm like, what is what? Museum?
It's a museum.
Going to a museum?
Well, I'm gonna
I'll
say
go to a museum.
Museum.
Museum, yeah.
No, you don't pronounce the
Museum?
Museum. Museum.
It's not the museum. It's
a
not the
museum.
gum that keeps you off
It's
of
a
fucking.
French word. They always do
Is
the
it?
Z. The
No,
museum.
fuck the French. Who cares?
I'm just
Who cares
kidding.
about
I don't know
the
if it's French.
I went with you. I assumed you did art history. You talked about it. You
Yeah,
know.
I didn't
Anyway,
know.
I just want to make
don't
sure we
know.
talked
But
about
it probably is. They got the Louvre.
Louvre.
which you would say love.
Love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So who's
Stupid
right?
French.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who's right and I don't know who's wrong, and I don't really fucking care. Oh my God. Okay, good. I was making sure I made sure I
Did the timer?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have 2 more minutes.
I was like, holy shit. Museum.
Okay.
Museum.
Yeah.
Museum.
Museum. Now I'm questioning how I'm saying museum.
Yeah. Okay.
What's your favorite museum?
Say,
Go ahead.
Can you say uncomfortable?
Uncomfortable.
Okay, good. My sister says uncomfortable.
That's
I'm
uncomfortable.
Like, that's
That
disgusting.
makes
That
me
makes me
uncomfortable.
uncomfortable. Yeah. All right.
Anyway,
Back to what we were saying.
I don't even know. We were just
Which
talking about
was-
we were talking about strip clubs.
Strip clubs and good touch, bad touch, museum,
Yeah.
no touching. That's how we
Yeah,
got there.
yeah.
So you were with your soon-to-be wife in this strip club, and a lot of bad touches were happening. Did you have anything that you want to say more on that?
No.
Oh, that was it.
I do
You're
say,
like, and then they touched
I
me.
will say I do enjoy buying lap dancers for people that are
You
going to
touched your boob while you said that.
Hey,
What
listen,
happened?
I'm lactating.
You're like, I
sure.
don't know why I went to that strip club.
No, it's I like one time I went with my friend who's very addicted to strip clubs. We went to
he's a strip dick.
and we went to we did a Stripsgiving, which is where we went over Thanksgiving. We went there and he like bought bottle service. He knew everybody. So we had a friend who's gay came with us, and I immediately bought him a lap dance because I think that's the funniest thing in the world.
That is hysterical.
Just titties
He
in
was
his
just giving
face.
her pointers the whole time.
And he's just like sitting there. He's
Honey,
like,
no.
Just like all in his face, and he's just sitting there like, God, I couldn't care less about this. Like, it's just
He's
nothing.
just reading a
It's
book.
like, yeah, he's like, oh yeah.
I always want to reread the Iliad and the Odyssey.
Yeah.
Hang on a second.
What a good book to read
That's
during
hilarious.
a strip club.
Yeah.
I will say the last time I was at a strip club
It's like
was
Moby
Pump.
Dick would be the other one. That's it.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
The last thing I did, the first time I ever did cocaine was on when the Cursed Child, the Harry Potter and Cursed Child came out. Like they released the book.
Yeah.
And then I went to a bar, did cocaine with my friend, and then we went to Pumps in Brooklyn.
This is scary.
And we did we just talked to got a lap dance from a stripper while we talked about Harry Potter the whole time, and I had Harry Potter glasses on.
Wow.
And at one point she just stopped doing the lap dance, and we just started talking about Harry Potter, and I was confused because
she just gets on you and straddles like, hang on one second. Who's your favorite
what's your
character?
house? What house are you in?
Yeah.
What,
She just puts a hat on
so
you.
funny. It's so good.
Are you a Griffin whore? Like, man.
A Griffin whore?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
That's so good. I like
Yeah.
that. I like Griffin whore. a
Yeah.
lot.
Well, you can't be a Slytherin. That's an STD. Everybody knows that. Yeah. And
There's a lot of stuff in Harry Potter that would be a fun. They fuck.
Yeah.
They fucking.
Oh my God.
Way.
Could you imagine that's how
Wizard
they tested
sex?
for wizards had sex, and then how they tested for STDs, and they put a hat on your dick, and they're like, yeah,
It
that's
just yells it out.
That's
Hepatitis.
that's chlamydia-dorian right there.
That's a Star Wars thing.
That's
Chlamydia-dorians.
that's Gryffindor. That's Slytherin. That's an STD. That's a Slytherin tested disease.
Hufflepuff definitely sounds like a.
Oh
STD
yeah,
for
you don't
sure.
even have to change that one.
Yeah, it's
You
just
got
courage.
Hufflepuff. Everyone who hears that is pissed.
You're full. Yeah.
If it's your house, is it
if
your
it's
disease?
STDs,
Like,
you're fucked. Like
you hate
all
it.
around. You're just the.
You're
I
like-
think the Hufflepuff thing is that they're like we'll take the rest.
Yeah, yeah.
That's not a great.
They're like, hey, Hufflepuff, for all you leftovers, come on over. Yeah. Just get in this. Hufflepuff it up.
That's like that house. That's like the cabin in the Percy Jackson series. That's the what's the guy? What's the god of the guy who met the messenger of the gods? What's his name? Hermes. The Hermes camp.
Herpes.
The herpes. Yeah, it's everyone. He takes everybody.
It's everywhere.
He's everywhere. Everyone kind of has it, so he's kind of welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it all works out.
Wow,
Yeah.
weird.
There's a lot of
There's a
we have
lot
a lot
of-
of nerdy things going
Yeah,
on right now. A lot
there's-
more. I would talk about. I feel like I've talked about fantasy more now.
Yeah.
than I haven't in a little while, and I'm pretty pumped about it.
Yeah, me too. Oh my God. Now I'm just picturing like everyone going to the doctors to get tested for sexual diseases. And you know what? That would make it way more fun. If someone just crocheted a little hat that would fit on a dick, and then I don't know what they would do for the vagina. Just like a glove.
A glove? I think
Yeah.
it would be a little cap. Like you get like a lot, like you know, like you know the loose caps that like kind of like just kind of lay on your head. They don't look like they
like the ladies of whatever in blue.
Yeah, or the guys
girls?
that have like the little like the hats that go. They have like the big like the thing that like kind of hangs down in the back of them. The big hippie hats, like they're like beanies, but they're like there's too much.
Oh yes,
there's like too much material in the back. I feel like that would be one.
Okay, yeah, and then they're just like, oop, you know what house you're in? Chlamydia. So sorry, my darling, but don't worry, it's curable.
Here's a hat.
Yeah. Here's Slytherin syphilis. It's a snaky one.
Slytherus?
Yeah. Yeah. Slytherus.
Anyway, this is fun.
Yeah. We could work that out. There's something there.
There's definitely something there.
Yeah.
There's definitely
Harry
crazy.
Potter STDs. I mean, they were basically at a wizardy little college where everyone was horny. I could see it. Hermione was trying to fucking double time.
I feel like they're like the stuff that they did.
Not you. Not me. Hermione. She's a whore.
Whore.
She's a big whore.
She read up
She's
about
a bigger whore than Dumbledore.
She read The Ethical Slut. She knows
She
what's
did.
up.
And then Severus Snape, whew, he was the biggest player back in the day.
Yeah,
you know how many STDs he gave all the kids?
I was going to say Lily.
Or the people that he dated at his age. Let's be appropriate about this. I'm going to take a shot before I say something that's going to get me shot. Ugh.
That's a long one.
Harry Potter. That's baby.
I liked it.
Yeah, maybe like a 10-year-old.
I would pay $10 for that.
Would you?
Probably.
Wow.
I don't know.
That's like almost what
I would say I think in general the fetish community in general is like
it's weird, but they're committed and they're faithful.
But also they're cool about it. Like they're more. They're like
I respect them.
I like the openness of everything.
I was just gonna say
I like the
they're
talk
like,
about
this
it.
is who I am.
There's a lot of consent talk. It all
Yeah.
seems very good.
That's
There's a
good.
lot of checking
like
in
that.
to make sure everything's cool and like it's good.
Yeah, you know what? That's weird. I never really thought about that.
So
People
much
have like
talking
crazy
and checking in.
quirks are making sure their quirk is still twerking the
Yeah.
whole time.
For sure.
That's
Like,
good. Good
what's
for
your-
them. Organized.
What's your kink? What are you into?
I was just wondering that. I was like, am I part of this community? Am I not?
Well, everyone has a thing, right?
I don't know what my
Rick, what's
thing
your thing? Rick?
is.
He's not
Rick, what is it?
His thing is hitting the shots button. He's like, every time I hit it,
He's like, I jerk off to Little John so much because of this pod.
I only jerk off a little bit, a little,
A little.
not even the full thing, a little. And he's like, I'm done.
I can't do a big one. All right, let me think. Do you have one ready?
There's stuff definitely into. The group thing is interesting. That's a thing. That's
Group sex?
I've done it.
Yeah, me too.
It's fun.
I've had.
Do you feel like it's hard to organize? Well, first of all, it's hard to organize so many people, but two also
Everybody, look, we're gonna share a Google Doc and a Google Cal. All right, everybody's schedule's whack. We gotta make sure we can all meet and come at the same time. We have to make sure we can come and we can come. I've had like 3 threesomes, and I like saying that because it sounds so nice. Because I also have OCD, so yeah, so 9 people, but 3 threesomes sounds good, and it was so perfect. It was like all girls. Then it was like mix. Then it was a couple thing, and I was like, well, I think I hit all the marks.
Yeah,
I feel good.
Yeah, you did probably every version of a threesome
Yeah.
that you couldn't do.
And I felt the same after every single one.
Good or bad?
I just Uber Eats McDonald's.
Hey, that says it
I'm
all.
like, I am hungry.
Yeah,
did-
I've lost a lot of energy.
I am clearly doing the most work here.
Yeah.
You're welcome. You're
fun.
welcome.
Yeah,
You're
that's a
welcome.
fun thing. It's like, and like there's just like a lot. There's a lot to take in, and like there's like the BDSM thing with like light hitting, touching, and like you know what I learned is that you have to do. There's rhythms, right?
Yeah.
It's like you got to interrupt that rhythm, so you're like ba 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 ta.
Yeah,
Do other stuff.
It's like karate.
Yeah, exactly.
The crotch touch.
The crotch touch.
Yeah, no, it's so weird. Like, I feel like there's so many different like sectors of that whole.
For sure.
Yeah, that it's like I don't know. Like, I have a friend from college who's like with a guy now, but like she was super lesbian in college. and then like kind of went back into the guy pool, and I was like, oh, so you're bi? I literally thought you were like vagina all day long.
Yeah.
Because that definitely was. And now I'm like, that's so interesting how you could just change. But also, I don't really give a fuck because it's not me fucking these people.
I don't know if it's
like, I hate when people care.
Yeah, well, that's the problem. Is like people who care about like you putting like I will say this about just being in that community in some capacity.
Yeah.
There's a lot of just like, tell me what you are. Tell me what you.
Yeah, like it's so definitive in a very not
I think
definitive
it definitely
pool.
changes based on what's going on. Like you could be into something for a while and then be like, oh, maybe I want to try this, and it's like stop defining what you're doing and just kind of just be what it is. Like.
Well, that's like the definition of the pressure from the public, right? For anything, like even like outside of that, just everyday life is like, what are you? What's your career? Who are you trying to be? Like, what do you do for work?
Tell me who you are, so I don't have to stop. I have to stop. I can stop thinking about who you are.
Yeah,
'cause that's the pressure. The pressure is to, like define people and be like, oh, I know who this person is. I can stop thinking about it.
Yeah,
like you don't. I feel like anyone you meet. There's like I don't.
It's so fluid.
It's very fluid. I think that's the right word for it. It's fluid. Is the idea is that on a day-to-day basis you will change based on what you think is going on.
Yeah.
Like it's like you can have the preferences in a lot of different ways and do different stuff, but
at the end of the day,
it can change. It can change. You can be like, hey, I'm into like. It's also a person based. Like you can meet someone. You're like.
Who also introduces you to something you weren't even aware of, and then you're like, oh, I kind of gravitate towards that. And then like, but people like, I don't know what it is. Like people get at their own like little shells sometime, not even in like a sexuality case, but just in like life and job and what you're supposed to be doing at this time. And I'm just like, that is the worst thing you can do is like encapsulate yourself into this kind of category that was almost chosen for you when you're supposed to be doing this on your own timeline. Like don't fall victim to the pressures of other people.
I think the idea of like, what are you going to do in 5 years? That question is very ridiculous.
I hate that because I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow.
Exactly.
I don't know who I'm going to be tomorrow.
Exactly.
I'm still myself, but I could be introduced to something.
But like also you can have goals that have necessarily no timeline. They're like, this is the general thing I want to go for because I'm trying to work for it. I don't know what.
Yeah, who am I to say
I don't really know. I don't really know what that looks like. Like I have a dream. Like I would love to do the road more, and I would love to do comedy in general more, and like all that kind of stuff. But I don't really know what that looks like.
Yeah.
In 5 years, like you've been doing the road a bunch.
Yeah.
What would you say is what's the biggest? Could you describe to me what the biggest difference is between doing like the road and like doing club like spots?
Close,
because you do it because you've been on the road a bunch recently, which is dope. And I'm fucking
it's been great.
Awesome.
I mean,
I'm so happy for you too.
Yeah, I mean, it's been super fun. I've been having a really good time, and like I go into every single state and like city and like the show as like I'm gonna do what I always do. I'm gonna be me. Don't be influenced by, oh, you're in Texas, like are you gonna be like super right or left in your set? Stupid. Oh, you're in the middle of nowhere, are you gonna like talk about things that they can relate to? What can they relate to? Oh, you're here, like, you know what I mean? I'm like, I'm not gonna cater. And as a comic, you do want to kind of like look at the crowd before and be like, okay, like they're not maybe gonna get this, or I should probably. But that's
different than catering to like
their opinion.
Yeah,
I'm catering to the state and what they might know and their knowledge on something, or like even in the city, like I'm like, oh, it's a bunch of tourists. I'm not gonna do New York City jokes because you're literally not gonna understand.
Yeah, you won't get what's going on.
So I'll adjust accordingly for logistics sense.
Yeah.
But like other than that, I'm like, I'm gonna say what I want to fucking say.
You're not gonna like that. That's what the cool part of stand up is.
Yeah,
right? Like,
exactly.
You get to say what you want to say.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't want to change my whole thing because I don't think you're gonna like it. I'm gonna do me, and then hopefully you do, and then maybe that broadens your perspective on certain things 100%. While you're laughing and getting some humor aspect out of it. Like that's what makes me the happiest.
I did a spot when I was in London. I did a spot.
Yeah, I was gonna say you were also, don't like clout me up. You're you travel and do some stuff too, Drew.
No, I only do it every once in a while, but
I know, but still, that's so fun.
So I did that.
How was it across the pond? I've never done that.
So they. In London, it was weird. So, like, I did a show maybe that was like kind of like a, I would consider it like a Laughing Buddha show. Like it's
Okay.
kind of like it's kind of a
I
thing.
know what that means, but explain it
Yeah,
to the
so
people.
that means there's Laughing Buddha, which is a company that does like they do stand up classes and stuff. I did a class; they're great.
yeah,
You do 'em.
they're very
It's
like
not-
there for you
but-
before you know what you're doing.
exactly.
in the
But
city.
again, they're kind of a there's it's to get money and
Yeah,
that kind
I
of
mean,
stuff. But
it's-
like
it's
does
not a
get-
Ponzi scheme.
It gives
But it
gives
helps.
it gives comics opportunities to get on stage, which is great.
Yeah.
And
Stage time.
but it was like it's not necessarily like the best stage time in the world. Like
Yeah.
it's not a place of like
You could open mic it and probably
yeah,
get
it
the
was
same
in the back of a
effects.
bar. It was the thing, but it's a little better than an open mic, I would say.
Yeah, depending
and-
on where you are.
It like the shows are better. The shows are good. Like
Yeah.
but like so it was a good show. But like so I went there and these people were like, "Oh, you're going to talk about how you're an outside perspective and say something about whales and stuff." They said that like to me. Some guy said that. And I said,
Where?
"No." It was in Kensington, London,
Okay.
in the UK, like
Okay.
I think it's like right outside of London.
yeah.
And they were like, "Oh, you're gonna bust on whales for being fucking sheep and shit
I
like
thought
that."
you were talking about actual whales. I'm like, why are whales so
No, dude.
Jewish?
No. But no,
Brent.
no, like they asked if I was like as an outsider, you're gonna make jokes like that. I'm like, no, I'm gonna talk about what I want to talk
What
about.
I am, what you know.
Yeah, and like in the whole show, everyone just shit on the U.S. for all the politics. So I just went
Yeah.
up and I said, I'm from the U.S. and I don't really appreciate you guys talking about the way you guys talk about it, which is fun.
Yeah.
But then I did what I normally do, like
Yeah.
because like I have confidence in what I'm saying and I
Yeah.
want to say what's going on. Like Barcelona was great. Barcelona
Yeah.
has a very healthy English speaking thing. They shit on the U.S. too, but like I didn't really talk about that. I just did what I did because
Yeah.
they know what's up.
Well, isn't it nice when you do what you normally do and then it works and it's in a place that you didn't think you would ever be doing comedy and it's
Yeah.
with people you never thought you'd be in front of?
Yeah.
Because then it's so validating, one, but also so fun.
Which-
and like gives new life to your material you've been saying forever in the city every fucking night.
Yeah, exactly.
That you're like, oh my God, like this still resonates. This is like what I started it for.
Honestly, the biggest difference is that I had to figure out what the word college meant in other
Oh,
countries.
in
So
university.
university. So college apparently in the
It's like it's like high school.
It's like high school.
Yeah.
I learned that when I was in Barcelona because
Yeah.
I had to change it to university and I had to like say I had to fuck.
I had to change it to university. Only one that wasn't
Yeah.
as bad.
And but I had to make sure that I like said it right because like that legitimately is different. Like that means something different to them. Thank God.
We finished it. Yeah, thank
Yeah.
God.
But no, I had to change it to make sure they understood what was going on, like that whole thing. Like
Yeah.
that was the big question I had because like I also learned there that they
Because
don't
there is a language barrier even in English.
because
which
they
is
mean
crazy.
things mean different things. I learned
Yeah.
over there that people don't know what a gerbil is. I have a
I
joke.
feel like that's just a rat, bitch.
Yeah, I have a joke about a gerbil, and I had in the first show I did the thing, and I talked to someone afterwards. He goes, "Yeah, I didn't really know what a gerbil is."
Oh, see,
So I had
yeah.
to. So the second show I did in Barcelona, I described what a gerbil is, and people got it more,
Yeah.
which was like
It's something you don't expect though, especially like
because I know what a gerbil is.
yeah,
And, like I'm aware.
and they're
of
not
it.
gonna be like, "What is it?" You
Exactly.
would hope that they would, but
Yeah, but-
I had a roommate for a few months that was from the UK, and I was like, "Oh, don't get your panties in a bunch." And she was like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah, like don't get upset." She's like, "No, we have the same saying, but it's different." And I was like, "Well, what do you say?" And she's like, "Don't get your knickers in a twist." And I was like,
Well, she
"That's
knew.
hilarious."
Yeah, knickers is way better for wearing the
Yeah.
panties.
And now I'm like, I'm gonna say, don't get your knickers in a twist, but
Yeah.
that could be misconstrued very easily if you
Yeah.
don't enunciate properly.
Oh, yeah. You have to be
Like
careful
that-
as a white
that
person.
Could go
Yeah,
to,
for sure. You
that
definitely-
could go to Wakanda
yeah.
never in
Yeah,
a
Wakanda-
second.
Wakanda
That could be bad.
canceled.
That could be bad.
Just like just like Black Panther was.
Yeah,
canceled because I got
exactly. But we digress.
but we digress.
Oh my
No,
Lord.
but it's very interesting to. I really like doing comedy in a place that you're not normally doing comedy. in.
Yeah,
Because, like, in
honestly,
the
I
city,
feel like everywhere else is easier.
It's-
Which is why I'm grateful and like happy that I'm practicing and doing stand up in New York City because it is I think it's the toughest crowd at times. I think
Did you
it's
start
the
in New
best
York?
crowd at times. Yeah.
Me too.
I think it's the
think
best
it's the
crowd at
best way.
times. It's the worst of crowds. It's the best of crowds. But like it really is. And there's also locals versus tourists. Like so many tourists in the summer, especially. So it's like you're getting the world view. You're getting people who hate and people who love, and like the disorganization between clubs and the competition of other comics who are also great and like makes you want to be better.
Exactly.
So it's like the hustle, the
healthy
drive,
competition.
the exposure, the like crazy fucking grit that it all provides makes you the best fucking comic, so that when I go on the road, especially in the US, I'm like, this is fucking easy.
Yeah, I love
Like-
I love having that healthy competition in New York, because it's like it's
Yeah.
a healthy competition, because you're like,
And they're all good.
Exactly.
And you're like,
And
I
I
have
wanna
to be
be
better.
better. I wanna be better
And
than
I
that.
need that.
Yeah,
like
for sure.
otherwise
It's-
I'm gonna be
it's-
like, I'm good and like coast.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I need that constant like
Like
this person's
this
fucking killing it.
They're
And I'm like,
crushing right now.
oh
and-
yeah?
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna kill it.
yeah, exactly.
like-
It's so,
But it's still
so good.
friendly
It's,
competition.
it's so good to
for
have
the
that-
most part.
Yeah, there's some unhealthy competition.
Yeah, there's
but,
some assholes, but we won't
I-
mention them
I-
by
I-
name.
This
Just cuts.
this is Shotcast, and now
But
it's
then they're
Shadecast.
also usually a shitty person, and
for
then
sure.
those stories come out.
But I will say, I think most of the comics that you meet that are like huge are like the nicest people.
So
nice.
supportive.
and so like.
And I'm
about-
like, that's what it is. Like, because there's enough. I feel like people get in this tunnel vision where it's like there's not enough room for everybody. There is.
Oh, there
like,
is.
we can all make it.
for sure. And that's
Like
what I've
it-
learned. I've done no, not to brag, but I've done
Not to
8
brag.
sessions of therapy, so I'm well adjusted.
I'm very therapized. Okay.
I know the word reframe. And I think it. The other day on my therapist, I literally said, I looked at this thing that was very negative, and I literally couldn't find a new frame to put it in. Which is super fun. I have some good therapy like one liners. Like I think
Yeah.
I was
Who's your therapist?
some lady called, her name's
Some
like,
random bitch.
no, she's super nice. She came on the session with glasses the other day, and it like threw me off.
Oh,
And
she never wore
I
them
can't-
around you
I-
before?
No, I canceled that one because I was like, I couldn't handle what's going on right now.
Stop
I was like,
it.
listen, I can't handle the difference. And then she came back. I did today. Actually, right before I did therapy right before I did. Kaner.
Really?
That's why I feel so pretty cool. Anyway,
Yeah,
we should give it a shot, right?
therapy and therapy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should do this. God damn it.
That's right, Rick. Killing it, Rick. I like the throwaway to Rick every once in a while. To be honest. Oh God.
I was like a 10-year-old.
10-year-old?
Yeah.
Okay, I was going 11, but cool.
Really?
I don't know.
Oh my God, just wait for the parents.
You're just like sitting there going, like, listen, I understand that Power Rangers aren't real.
Look, anyone who wants
they
to
win all the time.
hear my burps for a fee, please let me know right in the comments.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
We'll get it started.
I'm here for it. And then Drew's gonna
Ooh.
Drew's gonna get like a percentage.
No, I wouldn't take a percentage from you.
I'll give him 1%.
I'm a nice
1%.
1%.
I'll give you it.
1%.
I will.
That's a Bernie Sanders?
Because you get, yeah.
Is that Bernie Sanders?
Yeah. I
Do it
did.
again.
I did. 1%.
That's a good Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, he's got a little lisp.
It's
in
way
there.
better than that.
I'm trying because oh my God, don't even get me started on that motherfucker.
I had to stop watching fucking Good Burger because he was in it. I
Oh,
was so mad.
so bad. I know the
Anyway.
sequel you're saying, or yeah. Well, so that it's like everyone does all the political. What's the word I'm looking for?
Stuff.
No.
Jokes? Political impressions.
Yes, impression. I
As a
couldn't
white
think
person,
of
it's very
it.
important to say impressions and don't say the words accents.
Yeah.
I said the other day, someone did a great accent of a Australian guy. It said, "Yeah, I've been working on my impressions. I mean, not impressions. I mean impressions.
No.
Because accents are accents. The white person.
Accent,
That's the bad
yeah.
thing. Impressions.
Yeah.
Good thing.
Yeah, I did. So because like New Zealand and Australia sound so similar.
Yes.
So I just like wrote off these people in the front that they were Australian. 'Cause
Yeah.
you never think, oh, New Zealand. You don't think New Zealand before Australian.
Oh,
It's
you always think Australia. Yeah.
And he sounded just like it. And then I go in the back and like someone was like yelling something and whatever. It was entertaining. I talked to him for a minute. They're all the way in the back though, and I thought they said London, but they said Ontario, which has no Like,
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
how my ears just
Heard
like
that, yeah.
fucked that in my brain to say the other fucking thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so then Brent was getting up next and he's like,
Birnbaum.
hey, so who's there? Like, what's the crowd like? I'm like, it's half locals and the other half is from like Australia and London.
And he probably went hard.
Gets up there, goes so hard
Fun.
on the fucking
That is-
Australian thing.
That's so good.
And
though.
then he thought
That's
I
so
was
good.
being purposely a dick, like telling him like the wrong places. And I'm
Yeah.
like, that's hilarious. I
Yeah.
actually will do that to people I don't like.
Yeah, that's
And
funny. That's
so
super funny though.
He gets up there and he's like, who's from Australia? And then the guy's like, no, I'm from New Zealand, Kiwi. And he's like, oh, Kiwi shit. And he's like, but someone here's from London, right? And no one said anything.
Hilarious. It's so funny.
And he's like, what the fuck? Slater told me. like,
so good.
what, on a fucking rant. And then the next, like, not even kidding, probably minute and a half, was him like dissecting where people actually were from. And then I was like, I'm so sorry.
That's so good though. But like also,
But it
that's-
worked for him.
Yeah,
It
no.
made it better.
So you're like you're welcome.
Yeah,
for
I
being
was
not
like,
getting-
sorry I fucked up, but like, you're also welcome.
That's so funny.
Yeah,
That's
and then
so
I got
good.
up there. I was like, guys, I got in comedy, not for the geography. I'm so sorry.
I crowd-worked someone the other day. And I said, "Oh, where you're from?" And he was Virginia. And I said, "I don't know anything about Virginia. Choose another state.
just that it's for lovers.
Tell me another state that you think I would know anything about." He goes, "New York." I'm like, "I don't know anything about that either."
That's
which
great.
might be a new good crowd work.
That's
Like,
kind of cool.
and
Yeah,
just going like, "I don't know
like
anything
that.
about that."
I don't know
like,
what you're
I
talking
don't know anything about
about.
anything.
What do you mean, you people? That's great.
so
God
good.
damn.
It's fun.
Holy shit. We ran out of alcohol. That's never happened.
Hey, listen.
That's crazy.
That's never happened?
No, usually I end it on a thing, but I feel like I actually went like over the hour, but it's
Whatever,
fine.
I don't give a
I don't know why I'm
I'm
even
having fun
this.
talking. I
don't know
always
why
have fun
I'm
talking
having,
to say
because I'm
Slater.
looking at the timer and then I'm like, wait, like, am I fucking retarded? What's happening?
No. Slater is a fun person to. Slater's a fun place to hang out.
Slater,
with.
come
No,
on down to our
no.
ball pit.
No, she's great. Like honestly,
Okay,
you
wait.
you always do the like the late night shows at Broadway, and those
I
are so
know,
tough
they're
and
rough,
but also
rough.
like
Mark Ruffalo.
you walk in and you do a great job. I always think you do a great job.
Thank
so.
you. I appreciate it because it's rough.
I know, but you do a good job, and I that's why I wanted to bring up the fact that like she's out there doing the fucking road.
I'm doing the Lord's work.
Doing the
okay?
Lord's work. Yeah, listen, if anyone,
I am knocking on doors presenting Bibles.
so much better than priests are doing.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah,
Like,
no one touches me.
I wish they would.
So it's innocent.
So
Wait,
sweaty. It's
okay. I know I'm always sweating in here. I'm not.
unbelievable.
That's why I
I'm
wear
so
black. But wait, okay. You know
wearing
what?
blue.
A
It's now
fun
acrylic
thing. Whatever. You know, a fun thing I like to do real quick.
Okay, yeah.
So take
Rick,
out your, take
Rick,
out
real
your
quick.
phone.
What are you looking up over there? I saw you looking up chips and stuff.
Yeah.
what are you looking up?
Bored, bitch?
Yeah, what are you looking up, Rick?
fuck?
I saw chips on there.
Were you looking at Secret
Fritos?
Identity?
Were you looking at Secret Identity?
Were you looking at that other podcast?
That's another
I do?
podcast that
You're
I'm-
looking at a different podcast while
that
I'm on
Troy
my
and Bond
podcast.
and Brent will not let me on.
Yeah.
And I
that I'm
and I-
also on, but
You're
only
on.
for vagina fucking.
First of all,
heights.
Slater is a highlight of that
yeah, they're
podcast.
only doing it for a
I
girl.
I am not allowed on that podcast, and I want to be on it. So
Fucking twats.
Bunch
Bunch of
Troy that I wanna
twatsicles
be
just
on it.
melting in the summer sun. What were you doing, Rick?
yeah,
What
Rick.
were you doing?
What were you
We're
looking
not
up, Rick?
letting it go, son of a bitch.
Were you looking up chips?
What
You
was
were look-
it?
I saw chips.
He was on Cornhub.
Cornhub. It was
Yeah.
just Frito based
It's just
corn.
a bunch of Fritos being
it's just
made.
a bunch of people having fucked. It's a bunch of people fucking on corn chips.
I honestly would watch that.
That'd be pretty cool.
Okay, wait. What's your latest Google history? Because that is the
My latest
funniest.
Google history?
That's the funniest thing I think I've ever done and asked someone.
What's yours?
Okay, well, hang on, because I have fucking T-Mobile and they suck dick hole. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
All right. This is that was a baby. So all you people who think you want more, I got more. Okay. When do Olympics end? Next one.
When
Next
when
one.
is it though?
At August. I forgot.
End of the month?
Like no, like in 4 days. Like it's almost over. It's only like 2.5 weeks or something.
Okay.
Okay. Next one. Chicken Run Lady mean. Because I was trying to figure.
Like the movie Chicken Run?
Yeah, she
Movie Chicken
looked
Run?
like that mean lady, like the boss. She looked like one of the Olympians in the
that's fun.
basketball thing.
That's fun.
Little River Band songs.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Wee wee, what does it mean?
What does it mean? Yes, yes.
Yeah. Sport climbing, why?
Sport climbing. Why?
Yeah.
Like Google has the answer to that.
Like,
Like they're like, why is this a thing? Like Google's like, oh, we don't know either. Like we're Google.
They're like, just stop. Just please stop. And then brash definition, because I assume I was talking to someone who was being brash, and I want to make sure it was correct.
That's fun. That's a
All
good
right,
one.
so those are my 4.
Okay.
What are yours?
Okay, how do you check your Google history?
Just go to, how do you see Google? Safari.
Safari.
And then you go here, and then you go Google. Oh, that's Higgle. No one wants that. Google. Oh, you already have Worf Star Trek. What the fuck is that?
Oh yeah, because I went on this date with this girl and she had a big forehead, and I kept thinking about Worf from Star Trek.
Are you fucking kidding me right now?
She had a very big forehead.
Okay. Well, I don't think that it's going to show anything else. Oh, wait. Here we go. So you just tap on that, and then you see all your history. He's like, oh, shit.
She took my phone.
My Pornhub is going to be wild.
No, I was
okay.
deleted.
So the latest.
All right, so we got
I won't take over. You
no,
can
it's okay.
select.
Apple reminders don't remove completed task option. I'm trying to be productive in my life, and I want to know how to not. I wanted to keep options around.
Sure.
The Foundry, which is it's a compositing software.
With the lost streak.
Yeah. Scooping from Survivor jail. He got. I was watching. I was watching season 25 of Survivor, and
season 25.
So Mike Scoopin gets brought back. He was the guy who fell into the fire. He's going to jail for 1 to 4 years for child pornography.
That's it.
Yeah, and then iPad productivity, and then.
What is the 4th? Tell us. I'm so excited.
This is so embarrassing. Fancy ways.
How can I get up?
Here we go. No, fancy ways to say I'm into that. I was trying to find.
Wait.
I was trying to find a better
What
way.
are they?
I was trying to say I'm in. but in a fancy way.
Because I was talking to investors.
I Googled how to say the words I'm in, but in like a cool, fun way, like with a lot of big words.
Did you learn anything? Was there anything that came out of that?
I said, this is the word. I'll tell you.
Indeed, my friend.
No, this is the word.
What is it?
Real quick.
Say it. I need it.
Count me among the audience.
I'm a +1.
Count me upon the attendance.
Count me upon attendance.
And then the best packing cubes available currently for packing, because I'm trying to
packing, not pecking.
Yeah, I'm trying to update my my travel gear.
Wow. So your Google searches versus mine. Tells a lot about us as people.
It's different.
Yeah, it's different. I'm better.
I'm trying to figure out
We're
how
gonna
to
start
sound
some
better than I am.
We're gonna start a drummer about it.
Yeah. Oh, that's gonna be a good drummer. I'm gonna start this, and we're gonna do it.
I want 1%.
I'll invite you over to my super relaxed studio.
Super relaxed.
Yeah.
But without toes.
No toes.
No toes. I
Zero
suppose.
toes. My dog will probably be there though.
My dog's toes would definitely be in it.
What kind of dog do you have?
I don't have a dog.
What?
I was saying for you.
Oh, my dog's pretty cool.
I can't get a dog because I'm so obsessed with them
Yeah.
that like when I get one, it's gonna be my life.
Oh no.
And I won't want to leave it.
Yeah,
He's I'm like, I gotta make sure I'm in a spot in my life
Yeah,
where I can do that.
My puppy's a lot.
Yeah,
He's
I
great.
know he's so cute.
He's so
You did
cute.
those little thingies with them.
I know.
Those little videos.
I have to do more.
They were so funny.
They're so much fun.
I fucking DM'd you about that. I was like, this is gold. Keep doing
Yeah.
that.
No, I'm gonna keep doing it.
They're so funny.
I have a lot in the chamber. They're coming.
Yeah, that's genius. No one else has done that yet. At least no one of that.
Yeah,
I've
I
seen.
have a couple ideas of like changing him up too, of this like him like jumping on me, because he sometimes he
Yeah,
just
do
stands
some
on-
action
He
shots.
just stands on my chest, and I'm gonna
Yep.
do like a whole like oh you didn't like that question, like he's like attacking me.
What do you mean?
He's fun.
That's
He hates
smart.
kids just like me. It's fun.
That's good. I like that. Oh my God. All right. Well, that was our show. That was our fourth episode. I haven't even edited the third.
This is
I'm a
actually
terrible
this is
person.
the director's cut. It's
This is
like
the-
Lord of
this
the
is the
Rings.
DC
It's 6 hours.
of not DC. Yeah, exactly. This actually was 8 hours long, and most of your parents have died by now. So this it's been Drew Beekler, everybody. Hell yeah! Do you have anything you have to plug? Anything coming up? Any shows? Any podcasts? What do you want?
I have a weekly show called Big Wave Comedy in the East Village. If you guys are around, it's pretty cool.
Big
It's
Wave.
called Big Wave. It's super fun. We've had Slater on a couple times. We're gonna have more. I think a couple
Slater
times.
on a couple times, as in you asked me, and then I couldn't make it, so I've never really been on it yet.
What?
But
That's bull. You need
no,
to
I've
come.
never
You're gonna
been
come
on
this
it.
Tuesday?
Remember every time I had to cancel.
Are you here
the
this Tuesday?
basement got flooded. Something
yeah.
else happened.
Yeah, yeah.
Like we never.
Yeah,
But it
you-
wasn't anyone's fault.
Anyway, this Tuesday, you around?
This Tuesday. What's the date?
The 13th.
Yeah.
You around?
Oh shit.
Yeah, you're
Catch
coming.
me.
Anyway, Slater's
Catch
gonna
me
be on
outside.
Slater's gonna be on the 13th. If
I'm
this
gonna
podcast
leave my
comes out
house
beforehand.
and my studio.
She's coming. She's coming.
She's coming in hot.
Anyway, that's
Do
it.
you have anything up? Anything else?
Just-
TikTok.
I'm-
You need
no,
some followers
it's
on that.
Instagram DRU Comedy, TikTok DRU Comedy, Instagram, YouTube. Comment something other than you're gay. I would love any sort of comment on any video. That's
Look
not
up
that.
Drew. He's ahead of our time, everybody. Okay, he's
tried.
like a Zach Galifianakis of his era.
Oh, that's a lot.
That actually is pretty on point. I'm glad I
Is
came
it?
up with that. Yeah, I think
well,
so.
that might be the best compliment I've ever
Oh
gotten.
my
in
god,
comedy.
fucking take it, dude. I think you're
yeah.
great.
Oh, thank you so much.
All right, thank you. Next week
Yay.
we'll have someone even worse.
Woo!
Everything I say is not serious all the time.
I love scotch. I love scotch. Scotchy, scotch, scotch. Here it goes down into my belly.